Hello everybody, welcome to my channel Grammar Fun. My name is Jaya and we will be learning grammar together. The chapter which we are going to see today is chapter 5, The Valley of Fears. I want all of you to open your textbook to page number 56, reading comprehension. You have to read the lines from the story and tick the correct option. So first one, she gave me the last of the naans to eat. So mother gave the last. So what does that mean? There was more food available or there was no food left? It means there was no food left. Second one, it was hard and dry, but I ate all of it. The narrator might not have eaten dry bread at other times. He was used to eating dry bread. So he had not eaten. That's the correct one. There was not a single house without a roof or a wall missing. That means there had been an earthquake or the village had been heavily bombed. The village had been heavily bombed. All right, said Ami, we won't leave you behind. Come along. Ami cared for animals or she planned to use the yak to carry her children. She didn't care for animals. She actually wanted the yak to carry her children. Habiba started to sing. Children are innocent and can enjoy themselves even in danger, or Habiba sang well. The first one, children are innocent, they don't know what is happening. Sixth one, we scrambled into a ditch and lay low. The narrator, Habiba, and their mother were scared, so they hid. This is the right thing to do when an area is bombed. Actually, that is the right thing. You have to lay low. You cannot keep standing. Don't know where the bomb is going to come and hit. So you have to lay low. Your next one is answer these questions. How does the yak win over Ami? The yak nuzzled its head against Ami and its eyes seemed to plead with her. This won her over. So it nuzzled its head and pleaded. So that is how it won over Ami. It is only a yak, she said gently. It sounded cruel to me. Only a yak? How does this conversation bring out the difference in the way Ami and the narrator think? So Ammi was not as concerned about animals as the narrator was. For Ammi, the yak was only an animal, and for the narrator, the yak could feel scared and lonely. It had feelings. Third one, even tough soldiers have soft hearts. Support this statement with evidence from the story. The tall soldier knew the yak meant a lot to the narrator. He took the brass bell from the yak's neck and gave it to him to remind him of his friend. He even carried him on his shoulder to safety. Class begins at 9 a.m. What do these words tell us about people who forever live on the brink of danger? This tells us that people who forever live on the brink of danger do not allow it affect their normal ways of doing things. So those who are living in these type of situations, it doesn't affect their daily things because this is normal for them. Fifth one, we understand that the narrator and Habiba are used to the idea of moving to camps, but what do we understand about them as people? Choose instance from the story that tells us about their courage. Now, when a huge ball of flame rolled out, Ammi grabbed Habiba and pulled the narrator of the yak and scrambled into a ditch. Then Sadiq Ali is determined to carry on with classes. So this shows that they are actually brave, courage. Second one is ability to love and care even in danger. Now the narrator went to look for the yak he loved even when it was dangerous. The soldier took care of the narrator and carried him safely back to camp even though it was dangerous. Now the next one is pronunciation. Now here what you're going to study is in a word where do you give the stress? Where do you give the sound high, the tone high? Look at the first one. Pretty. I did not say pretty. I said pretty. So which one is more stress? Prit is more stress. Alarm. Alarm. So lam is more stress. Pavement, which is having the high tone. Pave. Prevent. Vent is having the high tone. Stomach. Stom. Garden. Gar. Jumper. Jump. Noisy. Noise. Bedroom. Bed. Lovely. Love. So you have to write the words which is given the stress. That is the pronunciation. Next one is the vocabulary. Fill in the blanks with the words from the glossary. These are words which are given as meanings in your chapter. First one, Raj, you should really stop dash me when I am teaching. You should really stop interrupting me. Interrupting means stopping me in between. The poor camel was too sick to walk any further, and in pain it dashed its face against my arm. Nuzzled its face. Nuzzled means coming and rubbing it on a person's arm. Third one. The injured man dashed over the wall and disappeared. Clambered. Fourth one. Although the criminal dashed, the judge didn't forgive him. Pleaded. Asking, begging. Fifth one, Indian roads have become so unsafe that there are hundreds of dash every day. Mishaps. Now, this is your homework writing. Make a poster to raise funds for children in refugee camps. It can be done in your notebook on one page after you write the question answers. Just you have to make a poster how to raise funds. Raise funds means how to collect money for children who are living in the refugee camps. I hope you have understood the chapter. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.